They did. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the pod. Chris was just saying Liverpool did well last night. They did 4-0. About time we got a decent win, but got PSG next.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a walk in the park, is it?
No, I'm going to have to go and have my hair cut at some point because it's fucking doing me head in. And I always go Turkish, and they're Galatasaray fans as well. So when we beat Fenerbahce, they were giving it the big and all. So should be fun. It was Galatasaray, wasn't it? I feel like you didn't.
It was Galatasaray who played last night.
I'm not I'm not a massive football fan. You know what I mean? I'm not like some people know all the players of all the top clubs and stuff. I don't follow it. My daughter does. I'm a season ticket holder at Forest, and sometimes we'll get through the transfer window. I don't have a fucking clue who we've signed or who's gone or anything like that. It's mad. I don't really. I go to football and I enjoy it when we win and everything like that. But I'm not a geek. I'm not a massive football geek. Salah's good.
Yeah. I mean, following the football window, the transfer window is fucking crazy. Yeah. I got obsessed with it a couple of seasons ago. I'm like, I'm not fucking getting involved with it anymore. I think. Well,
Mo Salah scored, didn't he?
Yeah. But he missed some right sitters as well. That's nice.
No, he's quality, mate. He's a quality player.
And he missed a fucking penalty.
Did he?
It was saved. But you know what? When he went up for it, I was like, he's not going to score this. You could just tell. It was bizarre.
I was at a gig last night, mate, in Manchester, and I'm going to be honest with you. The highlight of the night was watching a little bit of the football in the break.
How was your gig? Come on, tell us about it. Where about Manchester was it? I know Manchester quite well.
You're fucking asking the wrong man here, mate. It was a pub called the Ape and Apple.
Right, okay.
Near a Wetherspoons. We went in Wetherspoons for a piss.
Was it miles away? That's odd. So you went to a pub which was by a Wetherspoons that never had its own toilet. So then you had to go into Wetherspoons and fucking trek halfway across the country for a piss.
No, so I trekked halfway across the country to get to Manchester.
Right.
Got about within an hour of getting to Manchester and decided to go to Starbucks and buy a coffee. So both me and Dan, my mate who I took with us, we were both desperate for a fucking piss. That's quite a funny story, actually. So we went to Wetherspoons on the way to the venue. So we passed the Wetherspoons and goes, I'm going in here for a piss. Dan's like, I'm desperate. So we went in.
Desperate Dan!
Desperate
Dan!
Mate, I'll have to tag him in this now, won't I? He wants to come on the pod as well. Dan does, a good lad. He works for Wix, and he's a very good comedian, good friend of mine, known him for a number of years now. But I've never known anyone piss for such a long period of time.
Were you watching him or just listening?
No. So the first funny thing was, obviously, we're in Wetherspoons, we're climbing Mount Everest to get to the toilet in the first place. We get there. Now, Dan's 5'2", so he's the opposite of you. He could literally, you and him could be in twins together. Like Danny DeVito to your Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah.
Chopper. And he went to the kids' urinal. That was the first funny bit. I had my wee. And I'm a quick splash and dasher. I am done.
Now, you know your toilet etiquette. Can we just quickly go into toilet etiquette when it comes to urinals in men's toilets? Do you actually I suppose when you're doing a stand-up piss most of the time, do you undo your trousers or do you just sneak it out through your fly?
I used to just sneak it out through my fly, but I have got to the stage now where I have a bit of comfort when I'm having a piss, so I undo it as well now.
Yeah. I've always been at undo my belt, let everything work out. Yeah,
I think
you've got to give it a good shake, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't wear a belt, so it's just top button, job done. Yeah, out, flop it, lob it. Anyway.
Now, do you sort of stand next to somebody who's having a piss, or do you leave a couple of urinals?
it don't bother me standing next to someone having a piss.
No.
So it's like if we went to the toilet and there was only 2 cubicles, I wouldn't like. I'm not one of those that goes in the fucking
toilet
bit.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. I'm not one of them either. No, I just sort of like get there, start jangling me belt around and whip it out.
Yeah, exactly that, mate. So the only time I go in the cubicle bit is if there's no space at the urinal. But I will stand next to somebody. I'm not bothered. I've got a tiny penis. It doesn't make any difference.
No.
It doesn't make any difference. But like the way we did it last night, because there was no one in the toilet. Dan went to like the baby urinal because he's 5'2" and he can use the little kid urinal. If I do that, it splashes all over the place. If you do it, I imagine it's carnage. And I went to the other end. So I went to the end urinal, which was the child one. So he's here. And I went to the last one this side, which was the adult one.
Yeah.
I don't know, how long does a wee take? 30 seconds, something like that?
Yeah.
I've gone and washing my hands another 30 seconds. So we're a minute down, and I can still hear this fucking coming out of Dan.
Is it a proper horse piss, like? A proper horse piss?
I thought he was just pissing. I don't know. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, mate. That's been going on for ages. So I walk out of the toilet, and I'm not even kidding, mate. I'm stood out there waiting for another 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes. And when he came out, and I goes, fucking hell, mate, that was long. And this bloke just looked at us as if to say, what the fuck are you on about? Yeah, I'll have to tag him in or do a clip of this bit. Although that's 6 minutes talking about pissing.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I think it's fascinating. I think urinals are fascinating and what goes on in there and the etiquette that goes with it. But, I mean, there's some... I don't know if you've ever been to the Philharmonic in Liverpool. They're supposed to be some of the best male urinals in the country, you know. But I think the best one I've had a piss in was I was in Berlin. We went to see... this was a few years ago. We were in Berlin. We went to see The Script.
Yeah.
And the urinals in this venue, there was like, in the urinals, there's like a little fucking goal. And in the middle of hanging from the goal post, not the goal post, from the top bar was a little football hanging from there, and it was red. And when you peed on the ball, it went white. It was great. Fucking brilliant.
Trust the Germans to go.
Yeah, German ingenuity. Fucking brilliant.
When you walk into a toilet, you've got 5 urinals. So you walk in, you've got urinal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one are you going for?
Well, it depends how full it is. But
there's no one in there. There's no one in there.
I don't know. It changes. Sometimes I go for the first one, or sometimes I go for the last one.
Always the last one for me.
Why is that? Any particular reason?
I honestly don't know. I think psychologically, it's always the last one. I don't know. It'd never be a middle one, would it? Because you're guaranteed if you have a middle three, you've got someone at the side of you quite close proximity. Yeah,
the weirdest piss I ever had was in China, actually. So
okay.
I was stood there, honestly, stood there having a piss. Now remember, I mean, I haven't been out to clubs and that for ages.
We're talking about your Jap's eye in China.
Talking about that. I have got a story about that though. I'll say that for another pod. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if they still have them in clubs and that. Do they still have these blokes with trying to sell you fucking squirts of aftershave? Do they still have them in clubs and stuff?
As far as I'm aware, they do. Yeah, like the lucky, but
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm in this toilet in China. I'm having a piss, and the next minute, honestly, I'm just sat there. I'd had a few beers. I'm having a piss, and the next minute, I feel this on me fucking back. There's this guy fucking like this. I'm turning around. What the fuck are you doing? He's speaking to me. I haven't got a clue about Mandarin. And then the next minute, I'm still fucking pissing away. The next minute, he gets this cloth and starts fucking cleaning me shoes.
Right. While you're weeing.
While I'm pissing.
And we know that our shoes always get splashed.
I know, but he was like one of these guys who sells aftershave in the toilet, and apparently gives you a massage and cleans your fucking shoes while you're in there.
God, there's some weird shit that goes on, isn't there? We do a gig in, so me and Fran run a gig in Pinkston, It's changed hands now, but when we first went there, they haven't got the lucky man in there, but they've got like fucking aftershave, deodorant and everything. There's only one toilet, one male, one female, so 9 times out of 10 I'm going female one, because there's someone in the male one. And they're like, all right with that, it's not a problem. But you go in the male one and there's like a can of Lynx and a can of, you know, a little tin of...
It's always that horrible fucking aftershave dupe they've got.
I've not got any dupe anymore because it is very teenage boy, isn't it? But
I used to have that years and years ago.
Dupe.
Dupe.
Not a dupe though.
Well,
It used to make if ever I wore dupe when we were in the car, it used to make my eldest daughter car sick, or she used to say, "I don't like that smell."
Yeah, it makes me feel a bit sick now. It's a bit sickly. When I was younger, it was great.
Yeah, Jane always buys me like Hugo Boss one. I quite like. So I'm a little bit like. Oh, that's a good point actually. So I'm a sticker. So if I find something that I like, I stick to it. I don't really go and think, "Oh, I'll try this. I'll try that." So for at least 15 years now, I've had Hugo Boss aftershave.
No, I change. I've got some Hugo at the moment. I've always got about 5 aftershaves on the go.
Yeah,
I'll have like a cheap one going up to like I've got like Tom Ford's, you know, like.
Can you remember Davidoff Cool Water?
Yeah, Davidoff Cool Water.
I've got a little bottle of that, which somebody bought me, and then I've got a bottle of. I've tried lots of the different Boss ones, but I tend to stick to it. But the one that does Jane's head in away from aftershave is takeaways. So if I find a takeaway that does a good pizza, or I find a takeaway that does a good kebab, and she goes, "Shall we try this one instead this time?" I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah. Actually, I do. I'll try it and then get disappointed.
Do you know what drives me fucking insane? That does. You know when you're hungry and you're ready for a scram, and then they go, right, we're going to go to fucking Capriccio's or whatever it's called. And you're like, oh, all right, they're normally like a Domino's or a Sergio's, but we'll do that, that's fine. And they buy it, and it's like, this is fucking gash. And it feels like I want the world to fucking end. Just kill me now. I'm starving hungry, and I've got no choice but to eat this fucking food that's nowhere near as good as the one that I always fucking go to. That's the worst thing. That's one of the worst things in the world, I think. Fuck war and famine, mate. If you get a shit takeaway on a Friday, because I don't know about you, we try not to have too many takeaways as well. So we like might have one a week or. Something.
Yeah. We're like that. Tonight we're mad busy this afternoon, and I just said to my missus before, should we just have a takeaway tonight? And it's like, you can say, should we have a takeaway? It's like a relief, isn't it? Whoever said it first, you know, I've said it first, so she's got, oh, thank fuck for that, he said it first. You know what I mean?
You're dead guilty, aren't you? It's like,
yeah.
I've got food in the fridge, really want a fucking pizza. Yeah, and it is literally like that. I think the relief when Jane goes, shall we just get a takeaway tonight?
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, yeah, what we
going to do? I do all the cooking in my house, don't I? Because Anne-Marie can't cook.
You must say that at least. You must say that at least once every 3 pods. You know that you're.
I know. I've got to. I want everybody to know how much of a hero I am.
Yeah. Can she? Does she watch the pod?
Yes, she does now and again.
So she knows that you're slagging her off on pod.
Oh, of course, yeah. I just want to go back to like weird toilet experiences. It's not until George Michael-ish or anything like that. Don't worry. So it's going back to like China. Another weird experience I had in China, and this was I had a new. It was a translator stroke agent I had out there. I was having a bit of hassle with this not hassle. It was just the language barrier. They didn't understand what I wanted, but the company who was like shipping the stuff for me had an agent out there, and he said he'd meet up with me and just translate to make sure everything was all right. You know, he never charged me. It was really good. Anyway, I met up with him, and he's like, "Come on!" Afterwards, because you go out when you do a business meeting with the Chinese, you go out to like 12 o'clock, and then you're out till 4 o'clock, and they're giving you beers. You're out in this restaurant for like, you know, choosing your fish and whatever you want to eat. And then you're just there all afternoon. They're giving you beers, and they all smoke. Oh, they're all smoking away. And I think it was. You just have to join in. You know what I mean? I think I was smoking anyway. Anyway, so like then they drop you off at the hotel, and this guy is staying in the same hotel as me, this agent, and he says, "Come on, we fucking going out. Let's go and have a few beers." So I said, "Okay." So we jump on this rickshaw. It's honestly like a rickshaw. Yeah. He's never been to this city. What city was it? I've forgotten what city it was in China. Shuzhou, was it Shuzhou? And anyway, so we find this fucking bar. So we're in this bar, and it was quite packed actually. And I said, I need to go and have a piss. So I'm in the toilet, I'm having a piss, and then this fucking Chinese guy, he's blatantly looking at me now, while I'm having a piss. And he's going, white man, he called you white man. It's like, because this is like in the sticks. This is like there's no Europeans here or anything. And he come with me. I go, fuck off. And he's going, no, come with me. So when you're a little bit pissed, you're a little bit inquisitive. I thought, yeah, let's go. I ended up in this fucking room, and honestly, there's these guys in this room with like magnums of champagne and fucking big cigars and all that. And I'd say the place was shocking. It was mad busy compared to like what it was, in the rest of the town and that, or the rest of the city. And this agent eventually finds me, and said, I've been looking for you for ages. He said, you're absolutely off your fucking head. What are you doing in here? I said, I was invited in because I'm sat there with this fuck off big cigar and a magnum of champagne. And apparently, and there's like karaoke going on as well, and I'm waiting for me to go on the karaoke.
Brilliant.
So I'm going to wait for me karaoke go, and I've got this like champagne and this cigar going, and he's just pissing himself laughing. And he's going, this guy here, it was like a private function room. This guy here, he was supposed to be some famous basketball player in China, a really famous basketball player in China. And his guys had invited me into this fucking party that they were having.
Maybe he thought you were a basketball player because of your
He might have done. But you know what? It was just fun. I've got some great pictures of it. So I don't know where they are. It was before the days of smartphones, you know what I mean? So I had to take my digital camera then.
Did you?
It was funny stuff. That's why I love China. I had some great experiences in China.
Did you feel a little bit like vulnerable, a bit kind of worried about that though, or did you? Because like you said, it wasn't like there weren't any other white guys there, Europeans or many.
No. You know what? I mean, I've been going out to China for quite a bit, and I really like the culture out there. I love the Chinese. I think that they're great people. And no one ever felt threatened. And I'd had a few beers. I'd been drinking all day, basically. I've been drinking in the afternoon for our business meeting, and then,
Did you get your karaoke song?
Oh, I got my karaoke done. I think I did Mustang Sally. I always do fucking Mustang Sally.
It's a go-to, isn't it?
Yeah, Mustang Sally is a go-to tune, isn't it?
It's a pretty easy song to sing, isn't it? It's not got any hard bits in it, really. You can shout it a bit, don't you, really? No. But it is a good go-to song, that.
Well, I suppose, you know what? I know you're saying it didn't feel threatened or anything or out of place. I just think, the Chinese are great. And you know what? We're coming from Liverpool. I've always been a little bit streetwise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a little bit streetwise, I come from sort of like, not inner city, but just on the outskirts of the city centre. You know know
what you're doing, don't you, I suppose?
Yeah. Not like, kids these days. How do you say kids these days? I don't want to grow into that fucking adult who says kids these days, but I do have a good fucking moan about them, how soft they are.
We're bound to, though, aren't we? We are bound to grow into that. Just a natural transition into it. There was a comedian on last night who was talking about Gen X and Gen Z and this and the other. And we're into Gen Alpha now, aren't we? So there's another...
Oh, is there? I don't know. I can't keep up with it all.
Being developed at the moment, yeah.
I can't even keep up with fucking schools at the moment. It's year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can't keep up with it, mate. When I went to school, it was first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, up sixth form. That was it. So I can't keep up with it.
So when I think it might have been the first year that they brought in the year 7 thing. Well, it must have been because it was never year 6 when I went up to senior school. I was in the 4th year of junior school or whatever it was. Do you do 2 years infants, 4-year junior, and then senior?
It was 3 years in infants, 4 years in juniors, and then 5 years in school unless you went into sixth form, wasn't it?
But the first year of senior school is 7, isn't it?
Yeah, that is now. Yeah,
It's 0, ain't you? You've got 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and then
no, it's not 0. 0 is reception.
Reception, yeah. So you got reception 1, 2, 3, haven't you?
So it's reception 1, 2. It's reception 1, 2. Then it's 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 upwards.
Yeah. So I think I'll Google it in a bit, but I think we must have been the first year to have year 7 when it moved into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and all that. Because it does feel, you were always the first. Like everyone else was like, I'm in first year of senior school, but you're not. You're in year 7. It is batshit then, isn't it? So you're like kind of thinking that if you've when you like when you finish school, if you do like our kids have done, you've done 13 years solid schooling. That's pretty mad, isn't it? To be in education for that length of time. My daughter had a gap year, and I was like, "What do you mean you're having a gap year from? Schooling's the easiest bit of life." But when you think about it, if you've been in a job for 13 years, you're gonna be a bit bored with it, aren't you? You're gonna be a little
of course you are.
Rather eat my own testicles than go there again. But you know what I mean? So yeah, I suppose there's a bit of empathy. But the Gen X thing is massive on TikTok. Like I've had followers from the Gen X train, as they call it. Like you go on and it's follow for a follow back kind of thing. But I don't do it anymore. None of them fucking follow you back to try and grow your following on TikTok. But it's always quite amusing. Like the Gen X, Gen Z conversation it's like Gen X. We fucking ate mud. We went out on our bikes until the lights came on. That was that's our generation. I was right at the end of that generation, though. So I was close to whatever the next one is. Was the next one millennial?
Millennial.
So I was like, I think Gen X ends at 1980, and I was 79. So so I was very close to being.
You're Gen Z then.
I'm Gen X, but I was very close to being millennial. And then after millennial, you've got Gen Z. But
right, okay.
Gen Z.
It's all very confusing.
It is, mate. Up until like a while back, the only thing I had that related to Gen X was the song. Generation X respects the rights of girls who wanna take their clothes off as long as we, that song.
Hey, we're going to be hit by fucking PRS there, mate. Calm down.
I think I sang it that badly they won't recognise it.
Go on, sorry.
It's the real thing. It's like, and like you've got that. What was the song years ago? Every generation blames the one before, and it's true, isn't it? It's like. So the Gen Zers are like, we're never going to get on the housing ladder. We're never going to have a pension. We're never going to be able to retire. And it's all our fault that's happening in their eyes. But then they're all like, save the planet, grow some trees, fuck the economy. Doesn't matter if I'm a boy or girl or whatever. All this is very different, which is fine. It's evolution, isn't it, at the end of the day? But it is quite interesting if you watch some Gen Z videos on TikTok and then some Gen X videos on TikTok, because basically Gen X go, you don't know you're born. You don't know you're born. We used to eat mud. We used to ride our bikes until our mum told us to come in. We got shouted in for our tea. If we went out, we couldn't contact our mum and dad. And then Gen Z are like, it's all your fault. We can't get on the housing ladder. We're wrapped in cotton wool. We've had mobile phones since we were 7. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's all very, that's really shit. explanation of what it's all about, but it is quite interesting. I did a podcast called The Generation Gap, which we had to pick a film, and I picked Star Wars. It was all about who wins the Gen X or the Gen Z argument. I think we called it a draw in the end, because you just have to respect everybody, don't you? And what,
That's it. And everybody, and things move on, don't they? I suppose if there was iPads around when I was younger, I'd have been on them all the fucking time. If.
Well, we were on the fucking Commodore 64 or the
and the Astro Wars and fucking Donkey Kong and all that bollocks.
Yeah, Pac-Man and all that stuff. Well, we used to go down the arcade, didn't you?
Star Wars. I was fucking building. Not Star Wars. Space Invaders. I was building to Space Invaders.
Yeah, and our parents quaffed at that. Were they the baby boomers? I don't know what they were.
Yeah.
He quaffed at he's been on his computer for an hour and a half. What's going on? And you've got dial-up internet, which was like.
Nobody could use the fucking phone when you were on the internet.
Yeah.
What are you doing using the phone? I can watch it from Michael Vaughan here.
Yeah. And then you'd be like, just leave it a minute, because you were downloading a porn that had gone like that, and you just got to nipple. The pains that people like Gen Z don't get, you know what I mean? It's like, I remember playing, everyone played Championship Manager, didn't they?
Yeah.
When you finished a season of Championship Manager, you left it to load and you went and played for 4 or 5 hours. It took so long to update for the next season. And this was like on floppy disk. This was like we used to play games on tapes, didn't we?
Yeah.
You remember when you used to like have a Spectrum or whatever, you'd put your tape in and that'd be your game, would be on the tape.
Remember when you used to thought you were fucking a computer whiz, because you used to go on and it was basic, the language, wasn't it? So it was like 10, wasn't it? Right, fucking run or something like that, and then 20.
Go across loads of times.
Yeah, go to 10 or something like that. So it just fucking, you used to go back. I'm a fucking program a computer, I can.
Yeah. Yeah. And now it's literally type into AI, isn't it? Make me a cartoon with this theme, or like you've gone in, like make me an advert to get people to get me to take this fucking Everton shit off. It's all done for you now. It's like mad.
Crazy.
It's mad.
Listen, just before we finish, then we'll go on about that. But I think that we'll have to come back to that though. I just wanted to say today, I have had to, I haven't told you this, I've actually had to fucking block our first fucking troll.
Why?
It's that fucking knobhead we were talking about yesterday. He's just going, he's obviously going to go all of our posts on Instagram and just fucking throw that Ferengi on the thing. He done it to another, and I got to be honest with you, I got into a bit of a slanging match with him, and I thought, you know what, you're not fucking worth it. I'll just block you. It's easier.
Right.
So yeah, so he's like our first blockee.
What did he say then to make you block him?
He's just going round and putting like big ear fucking gifs, or that fucking Ferengi thing on a load of our posts.
That's engagement, Charlie.
What?
That's engagement.
I know, but I can't be arsed with him. I can't be arsed with it. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, just fuck him. I can't be arsed. I just say to him, about the engagements and all that. And he just started hailing abuse at me. So I hailed another load of abuse back at him, and then he hailed more abuse at me, and I just thought, oh, fuck it. I can't be arsed with him. Just want a stress-free fucking life.
Block. Yeah. He's clearly just a twat, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Oh, he is. He is, and he's a troll. The funny thing is, one of his last comments was, what did he call me, a goblin? He called me a goblin, but he is a troll. He's acting like a troll, so he's the one who's the fucking weird one. You know what I mean? So, all very fucking,
Just a normal-looking bloke, mate.
I think I found him. I think what pissed him off is because he called me a stalker, because I think I found him on the social media, and and I think that's pissed him off a bit.
You found him elsewhere?
Yeah, and that's pissed him off a bit. I'm not going to fucking put it out on here, but I do know where he is.
Yeah. Is he an ugly bastard?
Oh yeah.
There you go then.
And he's got fucking bigger ears than me.
I've spoken about this on a pod previously. Very close to home, we have a family member who literally. I feel a little bit sorry for her, but not enough to care. But I think she's got such low self-esteem that she has to put other people down to make herself feel better. And that's all this is. And, so from a caring perspective, we've blocked him. All good, he's gone. I mean, he might be able to find us on YouTube and do
Yeah, he could come back, but we'll just block him again.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, we don't know what he's going through in his life. It sounds to me like he's got some mental challenges, if that's what he's doing.
He probably has, but, there's no need to express them on the way he has been, to be honest with you.
The kind of thing you'd expect from, a 10-year-old who's just discovered the internet, a bully, some 10, 12-year-old. But anyway, he isn't. So you're just a normal-looking bloke, mate, at the end of the day. But we are putting ourselves out. We've had hundreds of thousands of views, and you are gonna, it's gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better. You are gonna get. The more views we have, the more followers we get.
We've had our fair share of it anyway up to now. I think just that one, it just got to me yesterday. If
it gets to you at all, mate, hit the block button straight away. Don't let it bother you. It's not worth our mental health to put up with it. It's one of those, isn't it? But yeah. Good.
So he's the first one. We will have probably in a couple of months' time a blocking Hall of Fame. Which we'll get a visual put up for that. I think that'll be quite.
We could do a Funnyfarm Oscars for that or something.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we will do actually. Maybe maybe at the end of the year we can have a Funnyfarm Oscars
awards ceremony. Yeah, best viewer, biggest wanker. Right, we've hit the 30-minute mark, people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Drop us a message at hello@funnyfarmpod.co.uk. Like us on Facebook. Well, actually, don't bother with Facebook. Go on to Instagram and TikTok and YouTube.
Wondering why you were saying that then, you prick.
Keep him in that Everton shit. But keep looking at our videos. Keep watching the videos. Just don't follow us. No, I'm only kidding. Follow us. Right. Anything to add, Charlie, before we fuck off?
No, that's it, mate. That's it. I've got a busy afternoon. I need to scoot.
Brilliant. Love you all. See you soon. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye.